Hello, it's Andy, and today is Election Day. That's right, today is the day of the election, which means very, very soon this will all be over with, at least for now. And I think we're all pretty excited about that, because we are sick and tired of all the advertisements. We're tired of the TV commercials, we're tired of the radio spots, we're tired of the billboards, the text messages on our phones. We're sick and tired of being begged to vote for somebody. But you know what we're the most sick and tired of? I'll tell you what. We're tired of advertisements from them. We're tired of advertisements from the other guy or the other gal. We're tired of advertisements from the other side, from those whose views seem so crazy, those whose perspectives seem so out of whack. We're tired of the bias. Because when we see one of those commercials, one of those advertisements from the other side, it seems so obviously biased, doesn't it? It seems like they're taking this little bit of fact, or this little bit of truth, whatever you want to call it, and they're looking at it from a very specific angle, and they're showing it to you, and they're saying, look, see, the other guy's wrong, or we're right. But they're so obviously persuaded by their own tiny little perspectives. They're so obviously persuaded by their own desires, by their own needs, by the needs of their constituents, or their type, or their kind, or whoever they are. And we're just so tired because it's so obvious to us. The other side is so very biased. Isn't it true? But what about our side? Is our side biased? Do we have a perspective? Does our perspective contribute to our opinions, to our actions? Are we only seeing the world through our eyes? Maybe. I'm having an epiphany. Maybe both sides are biased. And we can only see the bias we don't agree with because it's so obviously biased. It's so obviously from a certain perspective because it's not our perspective. And maybe when our side is biased, maybe when our side is influenced by our perspective, maybe we don't notice it because they're looking at life through the same lens we are, or at least a similar lens. Maybe when they show us the truth, they're showing it from an angle we're comfortable with. So we're like, yes, that's obviously the truth. That's obviously correct. But this side, no, bias. This side is so very false. So maybe we're all biased. Maybe we all have a perspective. Maybe we all look at life through the lens of our own experience. Maybe we have desires. Maybe we have needs and beliefs that influence the way we see the world. Now, I want to put it out there that not all perspectives are the same size. Some perspectives are larger. Some perspectives are more expansive. They take in more data. They can see more. But they're still a perspective. And each and every one of us has one. So what are we going to do about it? Now the election's almost over, what are we going to do about our perspectives? Their perspectives, our bias, their bias. What are we going to do? Maybe we should start listening to each other. Maybe we should try to step back and allow our perspective to be as large as possible. Maybe, just maybe, we can see more sides of this than we're seeing now. Maybe even though we have a perspective, it can be larger. And maybe it starts with listening.